successfully sued my sperm donor, and now I get 40% of his paycheck. You have no idea how happy this makes me, because now I can be a stay-at-home mom, because 40% of his paycheck can support me fully financially.
That has to be one of the wildest ways to start a video. I have no idea why she's so happy about it, but maybe we'll understand later. Today we're looking at some crazy moments where women demand child support in unbelievable situations. Make sure you stay until the final clip, because it's the most shocking one.
I need to know if I'm right or wrong. So me and my baby daddy, we've been going through it back and forth, right? So our son, he's a senior this year. So my baby daddy, he pays $900 a month in child support. So since he pays that, he telling me that he don't have to pay for my son's senior trip. Now, let's just chalk it up, okay? Yes, he has paid for everything. He done took care of his cap and gown. He took care of his senior fees. He paid off whatever needed to be paid. He even took care of his prom. He bought the suit. Man, he bought everything. They had a great time for their prom. So now it's time for him to go on his senior trip. The senior trip costs $180. So when I went to him to talk to him about it, he gonna tell me, talking about some, no, he's not finna pay for it. And I'm like, why not? You done took care of everything else. So he tells me, he says, well, just take it out of the child support that I give you. But I told him, I said, I don't have no more. I don't spend it all. It's almost the end of the month now. And he's like, well, what'd you spend it on? But I feel like he all up in my business. And he gonna tell me, talking about, yeah, I see you got your hair done. And then he gonna look down at my toes, talking about, I see you got your toes done too. And I was like, dude, you all up in my business. Can we talk about your son's school stuff, please, sir? I feel like it's only right for him to pay. Go ahead and pay for his senior trip. You've been paying for everything else. And here's the thing. Him and his wife, they make good money. Me, on the other hand, I don't make a lot of money. I'm over here doing it by myself. $180, how you ain't got that? I just feel like if he's a real man, a real father, he would step up and take.
He's already paying everything the court requires, including $900 every month. On top of that, he even covered extra costs like the graduation cap and gown. Expecting him to keep paying for everything else doesn't seem fair when there are other ways to cover those expenses, like working more or using personal savings.
Comes to 10-month-old King Tidwell. It has been determined by this court, Mr. Tidwell, you are not his father. Are you kidding me? Are you all right?
No.
What are you feeling in this moment?
You don't even have to ask him how he feels. His face says everything. The fact that he stayed completely silent makes the moment even more painful to watch.
You know how they have like the Big Brother program for like, your kids can have siblings? They need to do that with good fucking men who want to be a fucking dad to somebody. So that way there's a program to where I take my kids who don't have a fucking father, and I'm damn sure not going to attempt to get one because I cannot stand men in general. They make me want to throw the fuck up in my skin crawl. But that way my kids would be able to go to a place to experience what it's like to have a dad.
This may be hard for her to accept, but instead of suggesting a program for men to volunteer as fathers, it would have made more sense to choose a responsible partner from the beginning.
Hey, we need to go outside and talk.
Okay, why you sounding like that?
Come on. I want to embarrass you at work.
What is going on?
How dare you put that on Instagram?
The audacity to comment under a post and agree with cheating on your husband for $100,000? I care about you in this relationship.
How you care about me and you coming up to my job and I can lose my job because you up here with this stupid foolishness.
Stupid foolishness now.
Yes, it is.
So you would cheat on your husband for $100,000. Make it make sense.
Would you do it?
Heck no, because I love you and only
Boy,
you.
it don't matter. It's not that big of a deal. You should not be coming to my job.
It's not no big deal.
Because of this. This is
y'all see her?
for you.
This some bull crap right
Y'all
here.
see him? Do y'all see him? This is ridiculous. You need to man up. You ain't got no money. You don't have no job. You don't have $100,000. So what does that mean?
Oh, God.
This time that you spending up here, you should be somewhere trying to find a job and a man. You about to get married, supposedly. My job, I could lose my job. My boss could.
The man made the right choice by calling off the wedding. Even if she claimed it was just a joke, people often reveal their real thoughts when they joke. Saying she would cheat for $100,000 is a terrible thing to admit, especially when that amount isn't enough to change someone's life forever. Their wedding alone was likely going to cost a huge amount of money.
Her $50,000 wedding over a joke. So This bride and groom were at the altar, and when the officiant asked the bride, "Do you take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?" she looked him dead in the eyes and said no. Straight face, like it was real. Then she quickly added, "Just kidding." But it didn't go over the way she thought. The officiant, being serious about his role, said, "I'm taking that no as a valid response," and immediately started packing up his stuff to leave. The venue then follows up and cancels the entire event because in the contract the couple signed, it clearly stated that if the officiant hears a no during the ceremony, he can legally stop the wedding to avoid any future liabilities. And just like that, a $50,000 wedding went up in flames over a joke. Can you imagine? All that money, all that planning, gone, just like that. People are still talking about it. The video went viral, but
the man made the right choice by calling off the wedding. Even if she claimed it was just a joke, people often reveal their real thoughts when they joke. Saying she would cheat for $100,000 is a terrible thing to admit, especially when that amount isn't enough to change someone's life forever. Their wedding alone was likely going to cost a huge amount of money.
In the case of Brown versus Stewart, when it comes to 15-month-old Colby Brown, it has been determined, Mr. Brown, you are not the father. I told you. Mr. Brown, you need to sit down.
I just don't understand how someone could do that to somebody. 18 months. That's a long time.
In the case of Salvo v. Gonzalez, Mr. Gonzalez, it has been determined by this court that you are not the father.
Can I still come around and see Amaya and help her out if I can? Because for a year and 4 or 5 months, she's been my daughter and she's still going to be my daughter. And I told her that before she came in the show. I got on my knees and I told her that.
The man made the right choice by calling off the wedding. Even if she claimed it was just a joke, people often reveal their real thoughts when they joke. Saying she would cheat for $100,000 is a terrible thing to admit, especially when that amount isn't enough to change someone's life forever. Their wedding alone was likely going to cost a huge amount of money.
Is it that men can have their wages garnished, lose their license, and even go to jail for not paying child support, and yet there is zero accountability from the women to show proof that that money is actually being spent on the children?
My baby daddy quit his job as an electrician where he was making over 6 figures a year to work a minimum wage job at a fast food place just so he wouldn't have to pay me $3,000 a month in child support. Is that not ridiculous? He would rather take a massive pay cut than to give me money to pay for his kids. I'm just so pissed right now because how the f am I going to pay for my mortgage? How am I going to pay for my mortgage? And you can tell me to go get a job, but then who's going to watch my kids? Because putting my kids in daycare is going to cost more than my freaking house. So what am I supposed to do? He's trying to act like he should only be responsible for 50% of the kids' expenses, and he doubts that they cost $6,000 a month. But I'm like, sir, I am doing 100% of the raising. I feed these kids every night. I put them to bed. I wake them up in the morning. I get them dressed. You're not doing any of that. So you should be 100% taking care of them financially. I told him when we first got together I was never going to get a job and he was going to have to take care of me, and he was okay with that. But now we're divorced and he's saying that he shouldn't be paid.
The man made the right choice by calling off the wedding. Even if she claimed it was just a joke, people often reveal their real thoughts when they joke. Saying she would cheat for $100,000 is a terrible thing to admit, especially when that amount isn't enough to change someone's life forever. Their wedding alone was likely going to cost a huge amount of money.
Is a great boyfriend, but we fought on the same card. During the fight, he almost gets knocked out. As this guy is mauling him, he goes like this. What do you think I was thinking?
Not good thoughts. Did it turn you off?
Oh my God, so much. I was like, dude, you're getting fucked up. As you're falling to the canvas, you still need to go fuck you.
So the way he was getting beaten was fucking with you.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that he was getting beaten.
Like, you gotta like take that shit. You know, like a champ or like a fighter. Can't be like.
Was that the beginning of the end?
The man made the right choice by calling off the wedding. Even if she claimed it was just a joke, people often reveal their real thoughts when they joke. Saying she would cheat for $100,000 is a terrible thing to admit, especially when that amount isn't enough to change someone's life forever. Their wedding alone was likely going to cost a huge amount of money.
Deserve to be somebody's wife.
$250,000. $200,000. The type of wedding you want, that's how much it costs. You're bugging the we gonna invest that? My job as a man is to hold the household down, and he hasn't worked in years. I'm not spending $250,000 on a wedding. I'm not doing it.
So you had no plans on getting married?
I plan on let's go to City Hall.
I'm not a City Hall bitch. Stop saying City Hall, because shit about to get left. Like, I'm telling you right now.
At the end of the day, I love you more than likely so. But you gotta be easy with all this.
Love ain't enough. How long you plan on being broke?
I don't like we're broke. Out your mouth.
You
That's
saying
not
it costs
broke.
too much?
That's smart.
Broke people behavior.
That's smart. All right. Listen, you call it broke. You know what I'm saying? Leave and see what your ass.
The man made the right choice by calling off the wedding. Even if she claimed it was just a joke, people often reveal their real thoughts when they joke. Saying she would cheat for $100,000 is a terrible thing to admit, especially when that amount isn't enough to change someone's life forever. Their wedding alone was likely going to cost a huge amount of money.
Papers, man. That's not my daughter.
Don't throw this
I'm not paying child support. We get divorced, right?
Excuse
me. It's not my daughter biologically.
You signed these adoption papers, giving these child the same biological rights as the child who is your own.
Bro, I didn't sign the birth certificate. What adoption paper? Where I signed them at?
I got the papers.
Okay, you got the papers. You ain't got no papers.
Did he sign the birth certificate?
No, he didn't sign it.
I didn't sign the birth certificate. That's what I'm saying. That's not my daughter biologically. Her daddy in jail.
But she was there since she was born.
Okay, what that mean?
You adopted her though. I got the adoption papers somewhere.
Okay, but what that mean?
Somewhere.
I'm not paying child support.
We were married for 7 years.
Just pull out the birth certificate.
Okay, it don't really matter if we was married or not. It don't really matter. That's not my daughter.
Like,
I'm not about to pay child support. You move on, meet somebody else. Then he taking care of you and your daughter. You getting double benefits. How did that sound?
Once you adopt this child, it becomes yours in the same.
But what I'm saying is, where the papers at?
I understand. Do you have the papers?
She don't know where the papers is even at. That's what I'm saying. She's so unorganized. That's why we're getting divorced now. You're not organized.
First of all, you're the reason why my brain is fucked
whatever,
up.
but this is your choice.
Let's pump the brakes.
This is your
We're
choice.
gonna take a break. We're gonna come back in like 15 minutes.
This is your choice.
It's 15 minutes. Can we talk about
15 minutes for what? I'm not signing that. It's not my kid.
You're signing these papers.
I'm not signing nothing. No, I'm not. I just told you I'm not signing this.
Since she's been born.
This paper, I'm not signing. I'm not signing that. You want this is her decision to get divorced. So why should I pay for her daughter that's not mine biologically? Whether you think I adopted her or not, yeah, I took care of her.
Give us 15 and we'll figure this out.
Okay, so you might need 15. You know what I'm saying?
You're just throwing away 7 years of being in your daughter's life.
You're throwing away 7 years.
You raised her.
This was your idea, not mine.
You raised her. We were together.
This is your idea, not mine.
You know what?
Was it not your idea to get divorced?
Look, we're not getting anywhere.
Okay.
Let's just take 15 minutes to cool off and come back.
How you don't want to help me take care of Charlotte?
Yo, you being unprofessional.
How you don't want to help me take care of Charlotte?
You're very unprofessional.
So what am I supposed to tell Charlotte? So what am I supposed to tell her?
Tell her that we
So what am I
divorced.
supposed to tell her?
Okay, I'm not signing that.
You just walking out of her life completely.
Yes, I am. I'm closing this chapter in my life. You want a divorce? I'm closing the chapter on you and Charlotte. I'm not taking care of either one of y'all.
You never wondered why I wanted the divorce? You never asked me why I wanted the divorce.
Okay, you got a divorce.
You don't think it's something that you did wrong?
No, I ain't do nothing wrong.
You don't think so?
I ain't do nothing wrong.
A woman.
That's why I'm not taking care of you and Charlotte. I ain't do nothing wrong. You just walking away because you probably got a dude. You probably got a dude or something. I don't know what's going on.
Of course, you got another dude.
I wouldn't be asking you for no.
Okay, but check this out. I'm not about to take care of you. I ain't about to take care of Charlotte. You gonna move on, meet somebody else. He gonna do the same thing that I was doing. Come in there and play daddy for your daughter. Play daddy like I've been playing daddy for all these years. And then I'm not about to pay for stuff. And then she getting stuff from two dads. She don't have two daddies.
It's important to understand that when you signed the adoption papers, it became your daughter as well.
Yeah, but I didn't. Where the papers at? Y'all ain't got the paperwork.
That's why we need 15 minutes to recoup.
Okay, man. Y'all go recoup. 15 minutes, go recoup. Go recoup. I'll be here. Y'all want me to leave? What y'all gonna do?
It's probably in the other binder. Okay, let's just get the other binder.
That's just crazy how he spent 7 years with our daughter. My baby daddy is in jail.
Yeah, I spent a whole lot of money on y'all too. I ain't spending no more money.
And I didn't ask you to do it. I never asked you to do any of what you did.
I did it because I loved you.
And you don't love Charlotte? Okay,
but guess what?
so
the love is gone. The thrill is gone. You know, BB King, the
love is gone. So love just...
It's gone.
Fine.
I'm closing the chapter right now. Like, go take your little break. 15-minute break. Go take your break. Come back. I'm not signing that paper. I will sign a divorce paper, but I'm not paying no child support.
I'm gonna find the adoption papers, and you're gonna sign this paper.
Okay, whatever. I'm gonna get me a lawyer too. I don't care. I'm gonna get an attorney
lawyer.
too.
The papers are signed.
Okay, I'm gonna get a lawyer. We're not even gonna discuss this anymore. I'm done. Y'all done? Cause I'm gonna get a lawyer.
There's two ways to really handle this. You can get a lawyer, which is by your own regard you're able to do. But the more this is dragged out, the more it becomes more like child support and less like supporting Charlotte like you already have been. And one seems a little more expensive than the other.
All right,
those are the only two.
I'm gonna get a lawyer. I can pay for the money. I can afford a lawyer. I'm cool. So y'all can.
You really not
y'all can go talk about some different terms.
The man made the right choice by calling off the wedding. Even if she claimed it was just a joke, people often reveal their real thoughts when they joke. Saying she would cheat for $100,000 is a terrible thing to admit, especially when that amount isn't enough to change someone's life forever. Their wedding alone was likely going to cost a huge amount of money.